The effects of a wildfire last long after the flames are out, and burn scars can be especially vulnerable during rainy seasons. Your Northern Colorado reporter Dylan Thomas explains why the areas are so susceptible to mudslides.
So wildfires are becoming increasingly common. They're happening more frequently. They're happening places where they didn't happen before. They've been happening at higher elevations.
And while the flames and smoke may be what get the most attention, it's the burn scars left behind which ultimately last the longest.
You tend to have elevated risk of debris flow for usually the first, say, 3 years after a fire.
That's largely because after a wildfire, the vegetation that was on the landscape has been removed, meaning the soil property changes.
It becomes much easier for water to run off the surface.
Suddenly, the land can't absorb the water like it once could, as explained by Colorado State University's Peter Nelson.
When you have a rainstorm that prior to the fire might have led to a lot of infiltration, after the fire that produces a lot more surface runoff, which can then lead to increased flooding, and it can entrain sediment off the hill slope, leading to debris flows and landslides.
Especially after the 2020 wildfire season. Now, critical roadways and rivers and countless homes are continuously at the mercy of the land above them during storms.
Landslides can pose a hazard to infrastructure. Highways that are in the path of landslides can get shut down.
As for the rivers,
if they're in the right place, they can potentially create temporary dams, and then that could cause potentially some backwater effects that might flood areas.
These threats could last up to a decade. There aren't many easy ways to fix this problem, especially on such large scars. Some agencies have dropped mulch on some portions of the scars.
The idea there is that the mulch will provide kind of a layer of resistance between water that's falling onto the hill slope and the soil below.
Nelson says it will take several years for the threats to decline. Until then, rainstorms should always be monitored closely.
It's important to pay attention to the weather, especially this time of year, and sometimes that's all that it takes to cause a landslide.
Dylan Thomas, covering Colorado First.